Welcome to YouTube Time with Madison and Christine. Again, I'm here to talk about and look at and focus on the control systems that we've been in, that a lot of people have become numb to, and how do we lift ourselves out of that old paradigm of being controlled and get into a new paradigm and catch up to this new energy that's all about freeing ourselves and doing what works individually for each of us that also serves Mother Earth and the planet. It's about tuning in to your true energy. Control systems are about telling you what to do, what you should do, and how to do it. And they feed into the psyche about this is what's going to make you feel better. This is what you should do. We see it in a lot of the old religions and some new age spirituality. We see it everywhere. It can be in everything. Media is the perfect example. You see the same story over and over and over. You get fed all these different ads. This will make you look younger. This will do this. This will do that. And what I am here to be a voice of in a very deep way is how do we free ourselves from what others have told us versus who truly are you. What truly makes you tick, not what's right or wrong. However, ironically, when we really tune into the pure energy of who we are, then we end up doing everything that's loving and nothing that's harmful. Then we're in alignment. So this also keys into, you guys, the panic that is up on this planet, the despair, the devastation. I don't know about you all, but I felt it deep last week. I even had a twin sister who, she and her partner lost a home to the fires in Tahoe. And they have their own relationship with the land, and I had my own heart ripping up around it because I'm so deeply connected to my twin. So these things are going on, and we've been forewarned of this. There's the hurricanes and devastation in Louisiana. Again, nothing's normal. Nothing's going to be normal anymore. And the positive end is it's all about clearing all that does not belong anymore. Like I said before, we are on Mother Earth's planet. She's not on ours. So it's up to us to really connect to the purity of who we are. And in that we're here in harmony with Mother Earth. And so there's so much more to come around that. But how do we tune in during these really massively intense times? I can tell you I've been thrown off my center a lot in the last week with different emergencies going on and attending to people in these places and attending. The only way I can tend to others is when I attend to myself. For an example, like for me, just yesterday, it was really important. At least I was in tune with the fact that I was feeling overwhelmed, and I had an important email to attend to, and I could feel the energy really frenetic. And in the past, I would have been more controlled by, you should do this right now. Kind of a frenetic, kind of more of a religious, you do this, military, do this, and then I would feel better. The reality is that now I know how energy works, and if I were to stay in that energy, I would just attract more and more trauma. And I would create it. Unnecessary trauma, unnecessary pain. So I put my computer down, put it aside, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm not even in a place to really go into silence right now because I need to get some help tuning back in. So I put on an MP3 of the Oracle Girl, someone who is the purest energy I've ever connected to. And that energy it was like kind of like having a baby rocked back into the earth, right? And it just calmed me down so quickly. And then after that, I had my silence. It's like I was just kind of rooted back in. And everything shifted for the rest of the day. I felt ecstatic. I felt peaceful. I felt grateful, and everything that flowed from that was through a peaceful connection to my own roots and source connection. So that's an example. If I had drawn from the old paradigm, I would have done the shoulds. Oh, I better do this. Listen to yourself when you're talking to yourself. Well, I should do this breathing thing. I should do this meditation. You guys, tune in to how you're going about things, because you could be someone doing all the right things, all those exercises, those things you learned in therapy and spiritual world, all of that. But if your energy isn't in a genuine I want to place, or this feels good place, it's not going to do anything. You could meditate all day, and if you're not in a place of doing it from a genuine, pure desire, what good is that? We're so trained. You go to church every Sunday, you read this in the Bible, you do this, you do that, and that's what makes you a good person. Be aware of those voices, you guys. That is an old control system. And it can disguise itself as doing good. But truly, what is doing good? It's you being connected to what works for you and your energy. And that's what serves and harmonizes with Mother Earth. You don't see the trees and the plants trying for anything. They just are. And that's really this new energy. And it's because you go into the old paradigm and look how many therapies haven't worked, how many spiritualities people jump from one to the next and doesn't work. Now, any of them can work if you're coming from a genuine place. So I'm not dogging on all of that at all, but it's like, let's get true and genuine. And that is how you will dissolve panic the fastest. Not what you should do, but what is going to ease you. Like for me yesterday, that's what worked. Today, maybe it's plugging into my favorite TV show, which the old paradigm, I would have been like, oh my gosh, really? Are you serious? Something on Netflix? Yeah, there is something on Netflix that when I'm in the mood, I get pure joy watching it. Deep relational dynamics. Are you kidding me? So ask yourself what works for you, not what is right, what you should do, not what any authorities told you. What works for you? Maybe you love cooking and it's just getting some herbs, putting things together, and all of a sudden you feel like you're back in your center. I was telling a dear friend the other day, she has a baby that is so cute, it hurts. Like, I can't, kids drive me nuts. The innocence is so beautiful. And I just had the picture of this baby laughing, and I had been dealing with some fear space, and I instantly got this precious kid's image, and it dispelled the darkness in 2 shakes. So whatever works for you. So I'm going to leave it at that. What genuinely makes you feel good? Not Tommy next door, not your freaking religious orders, whatever. What works for you and only you. So shout out to freeing ourselves, to loving ourselves, to really paying attention to the voices that are not ours, to really paying attention to where is the control in my life that I could do much better unhooking from. Okay, so again, it's MadisonChristine.net. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit subscribe if this supports you, and I'll meet you all on the flip.